welcome back to Nixie DIY Crafts. To create this wreath, you're going to need one of these leaf garlands. I purchased this at Hobby Lobby. One of these round wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, some pipe cleaners, some burlap ribbon to wrap our wreath, and 2 different types of wired ribbon to create our bow. You're also going to need some of this jute rope to create the hanger for our wreath. Step 1, we're going to wrap our wreath using the burlap ribbon. So I start off by placing a little bit of hot glue on the wreath form and I start wrapping the burlap. Make sure as you're wrapping the burlap that you overlap it a little bit. You want to completely cover this wreath form. If your burlap ends halfway, make sure that you secure it in place with a little bit of hot glue. Then to start the next piece, add some more hot glue, add your burlap ribbon, and continue wrapping. When done covering the wreath form, make sure you secure the last piece of your burlap ribbon using some more hot glue, and using your silicone spoon, press that burlap ribbon right into the hot glue. If you see any pieces in the back lifting, just add a little bit of hot glue. Now I'm going to add the garland to the wreath form using pipe cleaners. I start off by adding 4 pipe cleaners on the wreath. Now to add the garland, you're going to start by running the pipe cleaners through the stems of the garland. You're going to twist your pipe cleaners to secure the garland in place. You're going to continue to wrap the garland around your wreath until it has all been secured in place. So now to add my bow to my wreath, I'm looking for the area that has the least amount of leaves. So that section only had 2 leaves, so I went ahead and trimmed those 2 leaves off. And now I'm going to create my bow. To make the bow, I'm using these 2 ribbons. Both ribbons are wired ribbon. I start off by making the bottom bow. To make your bow, you're going to start off with your first fold, and then you're going to fold the ribbon into itself a total of 2 times. I want my bow to have a total of 4 loops, so each end is going to have 2. After you're done wrapping, leave some extra ribbon hanging and trim. Then cut an extra piece that measures about 12 inches long. Add it to the back, overlaying it in the front. Pinch the center of your bow and using a pipe cleaner, secure them in place. I'm tying my pipe cleaner in the front. I'm now creating my second bow with my second ribbon. This bow is going to be slightly smaller than the other bow. I repeat the same exact steps. Important note when you have one of these ribbons that are 2-sided, make sure that you do flip the bottom piece, which is the first tail, to face forward by just folding it over. Then add your second tail, fold it over in the front, pinch the center, and then add it on top of your burlap bow, securing it with the pipe cleaner. Then I take a second pipe cleaner and I attach it to the center and I secure it in the back. We'll use that pipe cleaner to attach it to our wreath form. Then start pulling the loops out from within each other and start fluffing your bow. Now let's secure our bow on our wreath. You're going to use that pipe cleaner and twist the pipe cleaners on the back to secure it in place. You notice I didn't add any hot glue to this wreath form, and that's because I might be repurposing this wreath form after the season passes. You're then going to take this jute rope and add it to your wreath form and make a triple knot. I then twist the rope to hide the big knot behind the bow. Now to the center of the bow, I want to add a pumpkin, so I brought over 2 different colors, this cranberry color and an orange color. So at first I decide that I'm going to add the orange pumpkin to the bow. So I add a good amount of hot glue to the center of my bow, and then I add my orange pumpkin. I press it down into the hot glue for a couple of seconds until it completely dries in place. Then I dovetail all of my ribbon ends. I fold them in half and I trim going upward. Then after looking at the wreath form for a little bit, I decided I didn't like the orange pumpkin on the wreath. I felt the orange was just a little too bright for this wreath, so I decided to switch it out with the cranberry pumpkin. So I just pulled it right off and repeated my steps, added more hot glue to the center of my bow, and then pressed the cranberry pumpkin into place. And that completes this project. I hope you were inspired and enjoyed watching this video. I hope you do decide to recreate it. It was a very simple, inexpensive DIY to make. Thanks for watching. Bye.